Hey, Foodie Gang, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 3, Episode 113. We are just chugging along, so if you missed any episodes, be sure to go back and check them out. Let me just readjust that a little bit. Okay, so in this episode, we are going to be making chicken tortilla soup. I have all of my ingredients, and the recipe is already included below. I have actually made this recipe before, and I uploaded a picture and I did a short, and you guys loved it. So now, today, I am making this recipe for you guys for the first time on live. And shout out to Flo in the building and 69 shout out to y'all. Make sure you guys double tap that screen, hit the like button so we can be strong in the algorithm. If you want to support this channel and keep the stove on, you can send a super chat, become a member, hit the PayPal, the Cash App, and all of that. And I'm gonna let you know, when you're in the chat, be on your best behavior, or we gonna get you up out of here, okay? All right, so let me walk you guys through my ingredient list for chicken tortilla soup. Okay, for this recipe, I like to use chicken thighs. I have already pre-cooked the meat and it is shredded, but you would see a packet of chicken thighs. Those are the best, in my opinion, to use for chicken tortilla soup. You can also make this recipe in the crock pot or on the stove. Either one. So we have our shredded chicken here. We have our cheddar cheese, sour cream, just to put on the top. And then we have all of our seasonings here. We have paprika, chili powder, sea salt, oregano, cumin, garlic powder, and onion powder, and a little bit of black pepper. And we have our salsa here. This is the type of salsa that I like to use. And if you want your comment highlighted, send it with a super chat, because your girl be cooking, so I might miss them. Okay, this right here is definitely needed if you're making a chicken tortilla soup. You got to get the tortilla strips. It is not the same without that. We're making chicken tortilla soup. We got our onion over here, right back here. We're going to get that cut up together. And I like to use garlic powder in as well as fresh garlic. So I'm going to show you guys how to cut garlic, how to peel it, all that. We got our black beans. You can use pinto beans or black beans, but I like to use pinto beans or black beans for my tortilla soup. I was thinking about pinto beans and got confused. I have a little bit of corn here. And then we have some diced tomatoes. So, we got a lot going on. I know it's a lot of ingredients. Do not be intimidated. And then we also have some water back here. We're going to have to add a ton of water, but this is just a little bit of it. A little bit of the water. Okay. That was a mouthful. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to work on our knife skills. So we are going to get our onion cut up, and we're going to get the garlic cut up as well. I like to do a medium dice for the onions, and then for the garlic, I like to chop it up. Y'all will see. Y'all will see. Let me get my gloves out. Let me get my gloves out. Okay, before you start cooking, wash your hands. I always wash my hands before I get here. So, but if you're at home, make sure that you wash your hands. Keep the kitchen clean as well. I like to keep my kitchen clean so that I can continue to make cooking content. Y'all funny out here in this chat, but staying on topic. No, it's cooking with Big Bank. That's what it is. That's what's going on. Y'all crazy out here. Um, we got our gloves on. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our onion cut. Let me grab more knife. Okay, this is my favorite knife to use. When I was in culinary school, I used to have a whole knife kit. I'm sad I got rid of it, but this is my knife I like to use. It comes with a knife guard, which is very, very helpful, especially if you have to wash dishes. You don't have to worry about the knife, being sharp and being in the sink. So we're gonna get our garlic peeled. One of the things that I like to do is I like to have a bowl on the counter if I'm doing knife skills or knife work, just so that I don't have to keep running back and forth to the trash can. I can put all my waste in here. So here we go, here we go. What's everybody eating? Where are y'all watching from? So I'm just gonna peel. Let me get this tortilla strips out of the way so y'all can see what I'm doing. And let me slide this back. Make sure y'all can see me okay. Oh my goodness, Liliana, I'm glad you're here because this episode is for you, Liliana. This is for all my soup lovers. Okay, we're making chicken tortilla soup. I'm getting the onion cut up and then the fresh garlic. And I have all my ingredients here. Oh, and Liliana said I already cooked, so I'm not going to get hungry watching you. She came prepared. One of the times I was live streaming, somebody popped in and they were like, I have to go now because you're making me hungry. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even offended by what you just said. But they were like, I can't watch you anymore because I'm hungry. If you guys are on YouTube, check out Familia's YouTube channel. She makes amazing content and makes great food. Oh, gloves are not necessary when you are cooking. And honestly, I don't really wear gloves a lot when I'm at home. But I always see these black gloves online when I was watching other food content creators. So I was like, I want to get those black gloves. But as far as cuts on your hand, if you are using a knife and you cut yourself, you need to immediately stop what you're doing and clean up your workstation and wash your hands off. You don't want to risk any blood or any cross-contamination happening. But yeah, I didn't use gloves. Like if you look back at my videos, like honestly I barely ever wear gloves in my videos. But like I said, I wanted these black gloves because they were so tight. But not necessary. But when I was in the kitchen, we always wore gloves. But even with that, some people don't wear gloves in the kitchen and some people do. It kind of just depends on who your employer is, because some employers, don't trip about it, and some do. So it just depends. When I was in the kitchen, another thing that we had to do a lot of is we had to wear a cut glove. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a cut glove before, but it just makes it so that if your knife does nick you, it doesn't go down to the skin or anything like that. And we would have to wear it on one hand, and if they caught us using a knife without our cut glove, we would get in trouble. In one of the places I worked, they were so serious about it, because you got to think, you're working in the kitchen with knives, and there's a lot of people. We're all going so fast, so it is so easy to have an accident. And those employers, allegedly, and in my opinion, do not want to pay workman's comp. So they really want you to wear a cut glove. Yes, Liliana is right. She said, I do not want to work at a restaurant because it's too many rules to cook. I agree with you on that. And that is why I love cooking at home. I get to make my own menu. And I don't have anybody like watching over my shoulder, asking me a whole bunch of questions. Hey, Bridget, how are you? How are you doing? We got Bridget in the building. And Bridget, I'm going to make you a moderator when I take these gloves off. Give me a second. I got to make Bridget a moderator, put some respect in her name. Shout out to Bridget, always coming through, always supporting. But yes, Liliana, too many rules in the kitchen. Too many rules. And then you got somebody micromanaging you, asking all these questions. Yes, I would definitely make you a moderator when I get done with the knife skills. I got you, Bridget. Thank you so much for always supporting. Yes, and 69 agrees. He said it's a whole bunch of rules. It sure is. And I feel like working in the kitchen, it's not even really about the food anymore. It's about like making money, not getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. I like cooking at home where I can make my own menu. I can do my own thing. You know, I have a little bit of freedom. It's like your own little restaurant at home. Especially when you get the YouTube channel up and going. And shout out to Liliana. She just hit 1,000 subscribers. So y'all head over and, you know, keep running up those numbers. She's out there doing her thing. One of her shorts, it was a short, correct? Yeah, it's probably at like 70,000, but the last time I checked, it was at 60,000. I have never had a short reach 60,000 on 907 Goodies. Now, but I do. I was just gonna say that, Ava. Hold on, y'all. Ava's in the background, pocket watching me. What I was gonna say is on Ava's Playtime, some of our shorts got up to 500,000 when we first started her channel. But I've never had a short go viral on 907. Okay, so Liliana came with the correction. She said 70,000 views and 2K likes. I have never had a short go viral on 907, but I have had one get up to 600,000 on Ava's Playtime. And at that time, I had just started making videos. I was a brand new content creator. And so seeing one of my pieces of content that I created do that, it motivated me to keep going. Later on, I created 907 Goodies. And I still have Ava's Playtime, and we're still working on it. Speaking of Ava's Playtime, we're going to go live on there for Miracle Mondays with Chef Ava. We're going live on Ava's Playtime today. But yes, 600,000 views. And this is just when I started being a content creator. So seeing that the video did that, it encouraged me to keep making content and to just never give up, because it's like somebody is watching. Somebody's watching. But yeah, 600,000. I think, okay, one of the videos was Ava was hula hooping. It was, you know what's so crazy, you guys? Some of the craziest stuff goes viral, stuff that you would never expect. That's why you just never know what's gonna go viral. And then you think like something's gonna go viral, it's gonna be popular, and then nobody watches it. You just never know. You just never know. And I see y'all in the chat. I'm gonna hop over and read the chats soon. Okay, so I'm cutting up the fresh garlic. And what you can do for your garlic is you take your knife like that and you press it down and it smashes the garlic so that it's easy to peel. You guys can see the peeling is just coming right off, and then you're able to peel it. One of the other ways, like when I worked in the kitchen, we would get garlic already peeled, but another way that you can help peel your garlic is we would get 2 mixing bowls. I've heard of this technique too. You get 2 mixing bowls and you, sorry y'all, my ear is like doing something weird. You get 2 mixing bowls, and then you put the garlic in the middle, and you just shake it around. And then like that helps to peel the garlic, but it also does kind of bruise the garlic a little bit. So just be mindful of that. So there we go with the garlic. We're gonna peel it. Fresh garlic, so much better than canned garlic. Or jar garlic, sorry, not canned, jar garlic. So much better, so much fresher. But if you are in a, I don't know why, or if you're not able to get fresh garlic, you can use the garlic out of the jar, but fresh garlic is what I recommend. So, double tap the like button, support the channel. Okay, and then Liliana said, I got more subscribers from my food content shorts and tutorial. Woo, I cannot say that word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't you hate when you go to say a word and you can't, it doesn't come out right? And Liliana said we can also remix and put our own touch to our recipes. As far as working from home, that is absolutely correct. When I worked at Portland State University, they did not really give us any freedom, and they wanted us to follow the recipes. But when I worked for Intel, when it was Bon Appetit, that was the company that owned the kitchen, we were able to kind of have a little bit more flexibility. That all changed soon, and we were not able to do that. So we have our sour cream here, our cheddar cheese. That's for our toppings, and then we have green onions. We're gonna put that in the fridge because that's for our toppings. I've already pre-cooked the chicken, and it is shredded. If you are using chicken from raw, use chicken thighs. Place them in the pot or the crock pot with the seasonings and the tomatoes and onions, and let that cook for about 4 hours. Then come back and add, I like to put salsa, I put corn, black beans in there. Now, I'm making it on the stove today, so it's going to be a little bit different, but the recipe is already included. And Daniela, Daniela, welcome back, welcome back. See, when you're cooking on live, stuff be happening. You got to stay calm. Got to stay calm. So we got the pot on there. And yes, when you're a food content or a content creator, try everything because you do not know what will work. And Danielle said, but that's okay. Yes, you know, it is unrealistic to think that you're gonna do a live and everything is gonna go perfect. It's like things are gonna fall apart when you're live. And I don't know what it is. As soon as you hit that go live button, that's when everything, in my opinion, starts to fall apart. Okay, had to get a little bit of water. Okay, so we are gonna get started now. We're gonna put our pot on probably about a 6, and I'm probably gonna bend y'all over so y'all can see the pot. Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa said, I subscribed. It seems we will make something good with you. Yes, definitely make sure I hit the like button. Oh, and Daniela said, not everyone gets it done in one take or studio kitchen. I love raw and authentic interactions. And El Chipo said, bend us over when I walk into. So, you know, somebody asked me, they said, is this cooking with Kiki or cooking with Kaya? I said, neither. It's cooking with Big Bang. No, I'm talking about leaning y'all forward so y'all can see the pot. Okay, y'all, get your minds out the gutter. Okay, get your mind out the gutter. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna put in there. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in there. We're gonna get our onions in there. And like I said, you can make this recipe in the crock pot or on the stove. If you make it in the crock pot, you put your chicken thighs in there with your seasonings, onions, and tomatoes, and you just let it cook for about 4 hours. And then you come back and also water. You need water, duh. You need water in there. You come back, you throw in your other ingredients, and boom, it's done. Super simple, easy recipe. And Lisa said, I'm double tapping the screen. If Lisa can do it, so can y'all. And Blaze said, bend us over. Just what in the heck is going on here? Y'all gonna get bent over. Get your mind out the gutter. Why would I say bend y'all over? Y'all think it's something else. I'm talking about this. Look, that's what I meant when I said bend y'all over. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, if you guys fall, I'm gonna catch you guys. Do not worry. And shout out to Blaze coming through. We got Lisa in the building. We got Liliana. We got Chivo. And we got Daniela also. We are going to be making a chicken tortilla soup for the first time on live. And you guys, was a really bad windstorm in Alaska. And so I wasn't not able to go live yesterday just because I was having Wi-Fi issues. My power went out and all of that. So here we are today. The Wi-Fi is back working, so we're good. Okay, we got our onions in there. We're going to get our chicken in there. And like I said, this chicken, I already pre-cooked it, shredded chicken. Just for the purpose of this live. And if you make any of my recipes, or if you're at home and you're cooking and you have a lot of leftovers, I always recommend freezing them, just so that they stay good and you don't waste money. And then if you freeze your leftovers, it's a great way to have a meal ready to work, or have a meal in the freezer ready to go. And Lisa said, plus I'm at work trying to represent you. Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it when you guys are out and about with your busy lives and you spend even a moment, even if it's just you saying hi and you pop back out. I just appreciate all the support, all the love. And Daniela said, what's mixed in the chicken? A while ago, I made Mexican shredded chicken, and so that video's up there as well. But the recipe that I provided you guys today is the complete recipe for the chicken tortilla soup if you are using raw chicken thighs. I can, hold on, y'all. Y'all a little crooked. I can include the recipe for the taco Mexican shredded chicken if you want. And Liliana said, I'm going to make a cake today, chef, for my party. Do you have any advice on what kind I should make? You know what I'm going to say? I really like chocolate cake. Ava's favorite is vanilla. Liliana, are you a good baker? Are you good at baking? And I'm just going to add in a little bit of water here. Ooh, Daniela had a good idea. She said pound cake. That sounds good too. And Liliana said, yes, I love baking. Oh my goodness, Liliana, I need you in my house because I do not love baking. And baking is so hard for me. And Liliana said my kids don't eat pound cake. Oh, why don't your kids eat pound cake? They just don't like it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water in there, a little bit more water in there, and I'm gonna get my can opener and I'm gonna open the can for the black beans and the corn and the diced tomatoes. And then for my black beans and corn, I like to drain them off before I add them to whatever I'm cooking. Normally I'll drain them off. And Liliana said they don't like it. Well, that's nice of you to not force them to eat what they don't like. But when I was a kid, and this is probably not even a great thing, but I just liked sweets. But Ava is kind of the same way. If she doesn't like something, she won't eat it. Ooh. Liliana said, I don't know if I should make a dump cake or a tres leche cake or a simple cake. Ooh, how do you make a tres leche cake? Ooh, you should make that, Liliana. Dang, Liliana, I'm going to have to make sure I head over to your channel. That sounds good. I didn't know you would be baking like that. And let me get my little strainer out. I got my strainer right here. And she said you use 3 different kinds of milk for the bread. It's pretty easy. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, I'm going to add some black beans to it. I'm going to put some black beans in there. And now I'm going to open the corn. I don't know why I'm singing. Do y'all, when y'all be in the kitchen, do y'all be as happy as me? I don't know why, but it's like cooking makes me so happy. I be like, and I never realized that I'd be like singing and making up little dances until I started making videos. And like even when I be eating, like my reactions for when I eat, I never realized I do all this stuff until I started making videos and I watch them back. And I be like, I be acting a fool. We got a little corn in there. Oh, and then Liliana said it's too cold for the kids. I used to so when I first moved back to Alaska, because I was born here, but then I moved away. I believe I was like, I think I just was about to turn 19. When I had moved back to Alaska, Ava was 3. And when we used to have to go outside or get in the car, I would always feel so bad because it would be so cold. So I got an auto start. And Daniela said, can we use frozen vegetables? Absolutely. You can definitely use frozen vegetables. I just happen to have some canned goods. But yes, frozen vegetables are totally fine. And my chicken was pre-cooked. If you have chicken thighs, you can use that also as well. But yes, frozen vegetables is totally fine. I actually have some frozen vegetables. I my sister is always like stocked up on stuff like that. And I always tell her, like, you do such a good job of keeping your freezer and your pantry stocked with canned goods. Yes, and Daniela said Auto Start is a lifesaver on those cold days. And I was just gonna say, I this is the first time in my life that I've ever had Auto Start. When we were younger, we didn't have Auto Start, and it has just really been a lifesaver. And I'm just so glad I don't have to put Ava into a cold car. Ooh, Daniela said today was -6 here. Oh my! In Norfolk, Dakota, it gets that cold, but it does snow there, so that makes sense. But dang, I think I checked the weather before I got here. It's like 40 degrees, which is very rare for it to be January. Normally, January is the coldest month of the year, but it has been so cold or so warm here. It was raining yesterday. It was so weird. Normally, it's like freezing cold here, but it's been very very warm this winter. It's we haven't had a lot of snow either, and normally we get a ton of snow. And in Alaska, the snow plows, you can make a really nice amount of money plowing snow. But because it hasn't snowed here, I feel for all the people that snow plow. Cause like that's somebody's job, that they're depending on in the winter, and they can't even do it because there's no snow. And it's like that absolutely sucks. And when I say we haven't had much snow at all, you guys, there normally is a hill in my backyard. So when they snow plow, they put all the snow in the backyard and it creates a hill, like a hill that Ava can go sledding on. We don't even have a hill this year in the backyard. It's like ice, ice and water, right, Ava? And I have that garlic here that I'm gonna put in there. But I feel bad for all the people that snowplow because, you know, in the summer they do like landscaping, but in the winter, what can they do if they're not snowplowing? You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's their whole job, like just gone. And the chicken that I put in here did have some seasoning on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a taste before I add any more seasonings in there and see where we're at in the flavor profile. And like I said, huh? Chicken tortilla soup, you want some? It was so sweet. She was like, no, thank you. Okay, so I have some cumin here that we're going to add to it. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in here, not too much. Black pepper. A little chili powder here. And then Daniela said, how was the seafood over in Alaska besides the salmon? Do y'all have oysters? I believe we do have oysters, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not an oyster or a mussel person. I do not like them that much. So, but the seafood is good here. Really good. Oh, and this is a little bit of paprika. But yes, I just cannot get over the sliminess. of the mussels, and I just don't like the texture. That was my biggest thing. And we're just gonna let this cook and cook. Yes, I don't really like oysters or mussels, but I've had them and I know how to cook them. When I was in culinary school, they made us try a lot of different foods. And we tried oyster Rockefeller. Well, we tried us oysters and mussels so many different ways. I'm not a scallop person either. I just don't like the texture of stuff like that. But to each his own, and I'll never judge anybody for what they choose to eat. I have a little bit of salsa. I'm gonna put inside of there. I'll never judge anybody for what they choose to eat. Um, ooh, I'm having. Okay, so if you're having trouble opening a jar, what you do is turn it over, and then you hit the top. You hit the back of it, and you wait for the lid to pop. My mom taught me this when I was a little girl, and it works. And I was trying to tell y'all how to do it the other day, or probably a couple of months ago, and I was like, I don't know who taught me this trick, but this is a trick that I just learned in the kitchen that has stuck with me. Daniela, are you on lunch or dinner? Are you on dinner so far? Cause I know I'm in Alaska, so I'm like behind the rest of the world. So we're gonna put a little bit of salsa in there. Give that kick. And keep in mind, everybody makes food differently. So there are probably well, I know for a fact there are tons of chicken tortilla soup recipes. And so if you guys make your chicken tortilla soup differently, that's okay. We're not always supposed to be the same. And Daniela said, so ending lunch, headed into dinner. I have 12:48 here. And so you guys can see we're just going to allow that to cook. But the star of chicken tortilla soup, in my mind, is the toppings. I like to put tortilla strips. You guys can see here. I like to put tortilla strips, sour cream, and then cheddar cheese on the top. And it's just so good. I'm going to reposition this so y'all can see the strips. If you go to a restaurant and they serve you tortilla soup, chicken tortilla soup, and don't have these on there, get your money back. Because these right here, they make it. They make the whole soup what it is. And you can't have chicken tortilla strips or chicken tortilla soup without the tortilla strips. It's just not okay. But shout out to the 15 people that hit the like button. If you are a foodie and you love to cook and you're on Facebook, join my group, Chef Big Bank. I recently changed the name. That's why I'm saying the old name. Foodie Gang fan page. Before it was Chef Big Bang Foodie Gang fan page, but I recently shortened the name so that it's easier to find. So it's just Foodie Gang fan page now. But if you love to cook, join the group, share your food with us. I have some amazing recipes on there, and we're almost at 3,000 members. So not only do you get my recipes, but you get so many other recipes from around the world. There are Foodie Gang members from India, the Philippines, the U.S., Africa, just everywhere around the world. And so you are exposed to such great food. And I will tell you guys, I have learned so much from being a part of the group. Like, I didn't know about certain fruits and vegetables. Like, I never heard of bitter melon before. Have you guys ever heard of bitter melon? And so I just learned so much just from having the group and also having 907 Goodies. Shout out to the Foodie Gang and the members. Shout out to Casey for being a part of the gang. And if you want to get a live on air shout out, join the channel. Join the channel. We're making chicken tortilla soup today. And as y'all can see, it's starting to heat up. It's starting to boil. What you want to happen is you want to let your soup cook for a little bit so that it can really develop those flavors. So in here we have our pre-cooked shredded chicken. I will attach that video to this one where I made that chicken on live. Corn, black beans, onions, fresh garlic, diced tomatoes, a little bit of salsa in here as well. And then we have our seasonings: paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, sea salt, and black pepper. So we are just gonna let this cook. Look at that. Ooh. And I am making this on the stove today, but I have made this recipe in the crock pot. You know, those of us that are busy don't have time to always make a home cooked meal, and that is totally fine. But I recommend that you definitely get a crock pot if you are a busy mom or you're a busy person. Get you a crock pot, and they are so easy. And I also have crock pot recipes on this channel as well. I got a little bit of everything. I be up in the kitchen cooking. Cooking. I'll be up in the kitchen cooking. So, it's starting to cook, starting to really, boil. We got our tortilla strips. We're going to put some sour cream and some cheddar cheese on top. And I do have a little bit of time, so I think that we're honestly going to sit down at the table. And I have a little bit of time and I'm hungry. So, um, when our soup is done, we're going to sit down at the table and we're going to eat and chill out. So, let me get the table kind of ready while the soup is cooking. I'm okay, y'all. I'm okay. No, I didn't break nothing. No, I didn't break nothing. I'm okay, y'all. I'm okay. Anybody break nothing, girl?
You broke something.
No, I didn't.
You almost did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm right, you wrong.
Okay, and we got the soup here cooking. Ooh, and it's smelling so good. I can just smell that cumin. Or yeah, I said it right, cumin. Smelling the chicken powder, and look at that. As the onions are starting to break down, the garlic is in here. Ooh! It's gonna be so great. And you know the thing I love about making soup is that when you make soup, you have enough left over to eat it for the next day. So I am really excited about that. Got some soup here. We're letting that cook. Ooh wee. There is nothing like a home cooked meal. I like or a meal that is cooked with love is always gonna hit differently than a meal when you go to a restaurant that's cooked by somebody who don't want to be there. Always gonna hit a little bit different. So I am just working on getting this table ready. Girl, you want some soup? You want some soup, Ava? Okay. And Danielle said, say it for the people in the back. Yes. A home cooked meal is so much different than when you go to a restaurant and you get food made by somebody who doesn't want to be there. And only the real people know the difference. Some people, oh, I just go out to eat. No, it's different. And yes, I agree with you, Daniela. Love is the number one universal ingredient. And also, um, love is very important. And the one thing I love about the food group I have on Facebook is that even if we all cannot speak the same language, we all, know about food. And that's, I feel like food is also a universal language. It just smells so good. I cannot wait till they invent smell-o-vision so like you guys can smell some of the things that I'm creating in the kitchen. And so that you guys can get the full experience. And Madison said, so you're from Alaska. Yes, I am. I currently live in Alaska. And that is why this channel is called 907 Good Eats. 907 is the area code for Alaska. Where is everyone watching from? Daniela, I know you said North Dakota. Madison, where are you watching from? Ooh, Danielle is so correct. Or can tear down a nation. Food, and when I was in culinary school, one of the valedictorians that made a speech was saying the same thing. She was saying that food is so powerful. Food can make you happy or send someone to the hospital. And I'll never forget her speech because what she said was so true. So absolutely true. And Madison said Washington State. And Danielle said 701. Lisa said I'm watching from St. Louis, Missouri. You know who I started thinking about when you said St. Louis? I was thinking of Nelly. I'm thinking about Nelly when you say St. Louis. I think everyone automatically goes to like a musician or an artist when they hear a state. But yeah, she in her speech she said food is so powerful. It can, send you to the hospital or make you really happy. That is how important food is. How important it is. And Lisa said, yeah, that's our homeboy. Yeah, I remember Nelly always talked about St. Louis. He put y'all on the map, in my opinion. I'm sure that there may have been other artists and all that stuff. But when I think of St. Louis, I think about Nelly and then St. Louis barbecue. I've heard of that too before. The barbecue. Does Nelly still live in St. Louis? Do you know? Does anybody know? Does Nelly still live in St. Louis? And then he had that song, My Air Force Ones. Oh my goodness. If you know about Nelly, then you know. Put a one in the chat if you know about Nelly. Put a one in the chat if you know about Nelly. Put a two in the chat if you've never heard of Nelly before. Oh, Lisa said he has a home around here. Okay, yes. And yeah, but that Air Force One song was like legendary. It's like we always sang that song. Everybody wanted the Air Force Ones. Daniela said, drop down and get your eagle on, girl. I remember that song too. Ooh, Lisa, I see him at the casino a lot. Did Nelly just be riding around like a regular person? Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Celebrities are regular people. They are regular people. I'm a regular person, which y'all know what I'm talking about. You drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Yeah, and then he was like, I need to first. I just feel like there's some songs that we will never forget. Like Flow Rida, how we had that the apple bottom song. Wait, how did that song go? Dang, do y'all remember what I'm talking about? Flow Rida, he had that song about the apple bottom jeans. Oh, she got the boots with the fur, apple bottom jeans. And Daniela says, it's getting hot in her. Y'all remember when Nelly used to have that Band-Aid under his eye? Yeah. And then, okay, so low, right. Yes, I remember that song. And then Bridget said, okay, I'm back. I had to clock out of work. We are just talking about Nelly and Flo Rida. Oh, it's getting low. She had the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Song was legendary. Daniela said apple bottom or apple jeans, boots with the fur. And like when I look back at it, those songs were so simple, but you couldn't help but sing along. And Lisa said, yeah, I remember the Band-Aid. Yeah, he always had that Band-Aid on. Was it covering anything up, or he was just wearing it for style? Danielle said, dirty Band-Aid, laugh a lot like a Ninja Turtle. And then Bridget said, I definitely have some apple bottoms. Did anybody else have apple bottom jeans? I never had apple bottom jeans. I never, but I remember Burlington's would always have the apple bottom jeans. Do they even make those anymore? Do y'all know, do they make apple bottom jeans anymore? Okay, Lisa says she got 30 more minutes. Okay, Lisa, well, we're going to keep you occupied. And Bridget said, I still want some boots with the fur. Danielle said, never had a pair. But I wonder if they still make the apple bottom jeans. But you know what? Did Flo Rida make any more songs after that? Or, I think he did, but I cannot remember any of the names of them. But that apple bottom jeans song was legendary. And that's one of those other songs, too, that you play it, and you're like, this song is so dumb. But it's catchy. It's catchy. Bridget said, I don't think so. Daniela said, they are vintage now. Yeah. And you would think with a song like that, he would have been able to carry the apple bottom brand, and it would have became popular. But the only thing that really happened is the song became popular, and I don't even know what happened to the jeans. Okay, we're gonna taste it again. I think our soup is about ready. Oh, Danielle said Flow Rider became a sensation overseas. And you know what? Once you cross over like that. Oh, and speaking of which, my daughter has a YouTube channel, right? And it's so weird. The country that watches us the most is actually India. So we're not even popular in the States. We're popular in India, which I think is very weird.
They don't even understand what we're even saying.
I think they speak English in India. And Danielle said we donate them to Goodwill. Ooh, you didn't keep them? But I think they speak English in India. But her YouTube channel is popular in India, which I think is so strange. You just never really know like who's gonna listen. So I added a little bit more salt to it. But I thought that that was so weird, and I still cannot believe it. But India absolutely loves us on Facebook, and they love us on Ava's Playtime. So shout out to India, and they even invited me to India. um, yes, they did, Ava. They told me I'm welcome to India anytime. Okay, I remember that. They did invite me to India. They said you can come to India anytime. But yes, and you know what I was thinking about? It's not about money, it's about love. And when you see kids or you see anyone having a good time, that's all you really need is love. And that also is a universal. Back to what I think it was Danielle that said it, that love is a universal language. And I never thought India would be our biggest supporter on Ava's Playtime, but they are. Okay, we ready to go now. I added a little bit of salt to this soup. It is good. I'm going to turn it down. We are going to get this baby plated up, ready to go. If you are cooking this chicken or this soup with chicken from like raw chicken, it'll take way longer, which is not bad. But because my chicken is pre-cooked, this soup is done quicker. But keep in mind that if you have chicken and that you're making it all the way from raw, it'll take longer for that chicken to break down and start shredding. But I did a little cheat code for the purpose of this live stream. Okay, so we're gonna put our soup in the bowl. We're gonna put our tortilla strips on top. I have some cheese, and I just absolutely love these containers. Highly recommend getting those containers, especially if you have kiddos. They're perfect. I can cut up some grapes, put them in these containers. They have a lid and they lock really, really well. I love these containers. I'm going to get some more. And then some sour cream. And then if you were here earlier, I made zucchini bites. They were absolutely delicious. And then we got some more of those green onions. So those are going to be the toppings for our soup. We're going to let our soup kind of cool down a little bit more because it's really, really hot. Okay, so I got my ladle right here, and we are gonna start plating up our soup. And Lisa, all right, Was it? Oh, sorry. Daniela said she donated and got rid of her apple bottom jeans. She said, I'm done with these and Liliana is back. What is going on? And yes, you're right. Just in time. We finished up our soup. We're getting ready to plate it up here. Getting ready to plate that bad boy up. Y'all see it? Okay. There is nothing like soup on a cold day. Super good. And when you make soup, you're going to make a lot. So you're going to have some left over and that you can eat for the next couple of days. Okay, but what I was saying was I did a live stream earlier where I did zucchini bites. Liliana says, send me some through FedEx, Chef. I'll pay the shipping charges. You're going to have to send me some cake because I didn't know that you love to bake. And I didn't realize that you were a baker. And I talk about that all the time, Liliana. I let you guys know that I am not a baker. It takes a certain skill to be a baker, to have patience, to know how to measure things out. It takes a lot of skill, lot of patience. I'll be ready to give up because if something don't come out right, I'll be so mad. And it's not like cooking where you guys saw me taste this soup. I was like, oh, it needs some more salt. If you're baking, you cannot do that. You can't just add any ingredient to whatever you're cooking. And Bridget said, it looks good, Chef Big Bang. And Liliana said, made up my mind. I'm going to make a Nutella tres leche cake with strawberries. Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious. Okay, so Familia just reached 1,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. And she is going to have a celebration. When are you going to have the celebration? Where she's going to make a Nutella tres leche cake with strawberries. I'm going to try my best to make sure that I'm there. I have my notifications turned on, but you know how YouTube be acting funny. Oh my goodness. And then Bridget said, I like that name, Chef Big Bang. Oh my God. My family was like, because my nickname is TT, and then my real name is Letitia. So when I came up with Chef Big Bang, they were like, how did you come up with that name? Okay, Liliana said, I'm making it in like 2 hours. If not, you can watch the replay. I'm going to try my best to be there and to at least tune in. I have a couple of errands to run, but I'm going to make sure I wrap it up. But my family, my stepmom was like, how did you come up with that name? And I was like, I came up with the name Chef Big Bang because you know how the rappers always put big on their name and it just sounds so tight. So I was going by Chef Banks, but I was like, no, this isn't. I was like, let me put the big on there. And then I thought about it. And I was like, I need to build a big bank for Ava because she wants to do gymnastics. Gymnastics is very, very, very expensive. And it's a year-round sport. A lot of these sports have seasons. Gymnastics is year-round. They never stop. I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on my soup. I'm going to put some sour cream and some tortillas on it. You can top your soup with whatever you want. And I want to let you guys know, that soup that's on the thumbnail, I actually made that soup. That is my chicken tortilla soup that I made months and months ago. And I just did a live stream. And I put the picture on there. So this is that tortilla soup. And I'm going to put a little bit of sour cream on there. Some people don't like sour cream. That is totally fine. You don't got to put it on there. And yes, exactly, Bridget. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because for Ava to be able to continue gymnastics, there's going to have to be a lot of money. That's going to have to be given to the coaches or they're not going to do it. But Bridget said that's a prophecy name. Laugh aloud, speak it into existence. That's exactly what I was thinking, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Um, we're gonna just put a little bit of tortillas on there. I was watching The Breakfast Club, and dang, I cannot remember the name of one of the. Oh, Vivo Four. No, that's not his name. There was a rapper on there, and they were like, "How did you get your name?" And he was like, "I made my name when I didn't have any money, but I spoke it into existence." And so I feel like some of the things that we want in life, we have to speak positivity. We have to speak those things into our life in a positive manner. Because I feel like this, if you go around and you be super, super negative, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get negative results. So you got to speak it into existence. And thank you so much, Bridget. And we're going to put a little bit of green onion on there. I should have put my sour cream on top, but we are on live and it is what it is. Here we go. We got chicken tortilla soup with some sour cream, tortilla, some cheese, and a little bit of green onions. Now, and Love Fetish, I see you earlier, but I see you come in. I seen you. Okay, now one of the questions that I love to ask you guys, because I want to see what you guys are thinking. How much are you gonna pay? How much? How much are you paying for this? I would say for me, I would pay $9. $9. You know, back in the day, you could probably get this for $5, but we gotta be real, cause inflation is real. But look at that. Oh, perfect for lunch. It is 1:18 here right now. What time is it where you're watching from? And Bridget said, picture perfect. So I'm gonna put the sour cream and cheese in the fridge. We're gonna hurry up and sit down, and I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna try a bite of it for you guys, and we're gonna see what it's hitting for. And Daniela said $1,600. Oh, $16. I was thinking about military time. And then Bridget said I was gonna say 10 or 12. That seems fair. Lisa said $20, $20 for that bowl. Seriously. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much. And Love said $8 easy, fancy spot, $12 lunch. I think that is very, very true. And what they probably would serve this with, it may be some saltine crackers or something like that. But honestly, or they'll serve it probably with more tortilla strips. But with my tortilla soup, I don't even eat anything with it really, because you have the tortilla strips. But y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, share this video with somebody, and join my group on Facebook. And I'm always cooking, and I have breakfast recipes, lunch recipes, and dinner recipes. And we are working on getting more appetizers and desserts. But I need to be talking to Liliana, because I did not know she was a baker. But she also bakes as well, and she's coming up with some great creations. My goal is to do more desserts on this channel, especially for Valentine's Day. But look at that. Oh. Okay, y'all, let me get y'all situated, and we're gonna move to the table. We're gonna start eating. Ava already told me I need to hurry up. Right, Ava? You said hurry up, Mom? She already told me. She said, Mom, hurry up. We gotta go. Okay, so you guys are gonna laugh when I tell you guys this. But when I am at the table, I use a bottle of ketchup to hold on my phone. And I know it's crazy, but it works. So I'm going to get this over to the table and I'll come back and grab y'all. Okay, I'm coming back to grab y'all, foodie gang. Okay, kitchen is a mess now. Definitely have to clean it up. Um, yeah. Let me get y'all situated. And I got my water right here. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So I have a ring light right here. And this wire's on the floor, so I gotta be super, super careful. Let me get situated. Move y'all over a little bit. Okay. Y'all good, foodie gang? Y'all good? Okay, here we go. So we got our chicken tortilla soup. Oh, it looks so delicious. Oh, and it has a little bit of spice to it. And Madison said it looks good, you guys. Oh, so good. See, this is why it's hard for me to go out to eat. Because I know I can cook really well at home. Um, and so I then also I'm a really harsh critic. Hey Zeb, how are you doing? And Madison, I see your question. I'm not answering it for a reason. All y'all need to know is I'm in Alaska. Zeb, we got chicken tortilla soup here. And it is so delicious. But yes, it's hard for me to go out to eat because I'm always like kind of disappointed. And so I go to the same couple of places. Mm. Yes, I have been to the Alaska State Fair. Um, and I actually made a video when I went there, but not about the food. On Ava's Playtime, I also make children's content for my daughter. We actually have a video where we went to the Alaska State Fair. Ava got a snow cone and did not like it. But she actually she had a good time though. But she doesn't like the snow cone. She said, "Mom, this is nasty."
Because it was.
She did not like it, and Bridget said, "Yum, yum, yum." Okay, so, oh my god, oh, just so good. If you want to come say hi, oh, she being shady, y'all. What is your favorite soup? Let me know. And Lisa said, I'm making that for sure. Yes, very good recipe. The recipe is included in the video description. If you have pre-cooked shredded chicken, that's totally fine. If you have chicken thighs, that works good as well. Um, but for this recipe, I use chicken thighs. I feel like chicken thighs does better with being braised and cooked in a soup because it doesn't dry out. Ava's like making faces in the background. She wanted me to hurry up. But I'm just tasting that cumin tasting a little bit of the spice. I'm getting the cheese, the tortilla. It's just so well flavored. Um, and I put that salsa in there. Ooh, it's just so good. But I saw this picture on my food group, and ever since then, I've been craving chicken tortilla soup, and I was like, I gotta make it again. And Lisa said, I'm getting the ingredients tonight, and a lot of these ingredients you may are the seasonings you may already have at home. Yes, Ava. What, Ava?
Can I get some juice?
Yes. And this is a great thing about being a YouTuber and like working from home if you do have kids. You know, you get to be right there with your kids. Sometimes she'll even be in the videos. I'll go on her channel, but it just I see why a lot of people like being content creators. And I'm just getting started, but I can see why people, you know, are 20 years in the game, 10 years in the game. Because if you have a family, this is ideal. Um, and Quantum Doctor is in the building. She said that looks yummy. What kind of juice do you want? Because you already had juice earlier.
Never mind.
Drink some water, and I'll give you some more juice. But I can see why a lot of people like being YouTubers or want to become YouTubers because you can literally do this job from your home. Now, what I will say is that you do have to put in the work unless you're like somebody who goes viral and you have some type of situation. But if you're just like me, where I'm a regular person, you got to put in work. You got to get your name out there. But if you enjoy the type of content that you make, it is not hard. If you do not enjoy your content and you have a lot of arguing going on, you're doing a lot of fighting, it's going to be harder for you to maintain. So, enjoy the content that you make, be happy, and never give up. This soup is so good. Okay. Oh my goodness. You guys have to try this recipe. It's so good. I just want to like pick the bowl up and drink the liquid. Mmm. And that's the cheese right there. Mmm. So good. Mmm. That sounds good. Love said, I'm making burrito tacos right now. I'm probably not saying it right. I say burrito, but I think it's like burria or something like that. I don't know. Liliana could probably tell us how they say it. Um, my boyfriend making soups all week. You guys, those burrito tacos are actually the reason why I became a food content creator. Let me tell you guys the story of my viral burrito taco. mm. So, I have always cooked, right? But I didn't always post my food online and share with you guys. In 2021, my sister Kiki kept seeing the burrito tacos or birria tacos, however you say it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Online. They're like you make the meat, you make it with beef, and then you make it in a corn tortilla, fry it up, and so it's like kind of like crispy, and you put the cheese on there, you fry it up, so good, and then you make the consomme, and you dip the tacos in the consomme. So she bought all the ingredients, and then I made it in 2021. In 2023, and like we made the tacos. I posted the videos. Nobody watched it, right? And so in 2023, I reposted the video and reshared it. It got like 1,300 views, 1,700, something like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, people are really watching. And in the video, all I did was I showed you guys what I made and then I took a bite. It was like a very simple video and I wasn't even doing nothing, but it went viral. And I was like, oh my God, I should start sharing my food with the world. That was in 2023. And in 2023, I believe in like July, I made 907 Good Eats. And I have just been up here ever since talking about food, reacting to content creators on TikTok. And I've been celebrating and cooking food, sharing my recipes. And sometimes I'll do a live stream where I'm telling y'all about somebody else cooking around the world. And that is why I'm here, because of those tacos. And I just thought about that because you said burrito tacos. Yeah, and I've been up here ever since, and it's because of those tacos. And I have not made those tacos in a long time. My sister actually bought me this burrito taco seasoning, like in a bottle. And so I'm gonna have to make that. We're gonna have to make burrito tacos one day, and I'm gonna have to figure out the right way to say it. And Love said everything always looks good. Thank you so much. I really, really enjoy cooking. Like I said, I've always cooked, but I didn't necessarily share my food with everyone until recently. And I'm so glad that I started sharing my food. And you know, it inspires me to cook more. Y'all, so I can already tell this soup is finna make a mess. Mm. But it's worth it. Ava, come here. Can you hand me that bag over there? Oh, you can come to the house if you want to. Okay, so Bridget has the clarification. She said birria is pronounced bidia. The R's make a D sound. You are absolutely right because I went on YouTube like years ago. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
Y'all see Ava? That's it, Ava. That's it. Y'all see her for that quick second. But you're right, Bridget. She's playing Roblox, y'all. She's gonna get out of here. Okay, so years ago, I'm gonna put some more tortilla strips in there. And you know what? I tell you, kids are so good to like do little favors for you. I'm like, Ava, come here. Grab that for me. I'm like, look, you already got free room and board. Put your little work in. You ain't got no chores like that. The least you can do is help me. But Bridget, you're right because I went on YouTube years ago and I looked up how to pronounce it, and it was you're right. It's bidia. Okay, the bidia tacos. But you know how like you've been saying something wrong for so long. It's like you can't say it right. That's how I feel. with the birria tacos. I've been saying it wrong for so long that it's hard for me to say it right. Um, okay, y'all. So I have a couple of errands to run. Then I'm gonna hop over to Ava's channel and cook for the kids. Later on tonight, I might do another live if we have time. I have some salad in the fridge that I like to prep my salad out and do a lot of salad, which I started doing lately. Because when I pre-make my salads, I know I realize that I'm more likely to eat salad. So I might do some late night salad prep with you guys tonight. We will see. But I'm going to hop over to Ava's Playtime and cook for the kids. And how are you doing, Bass? How are you doing? But thank you guys so much for your game, because y'all be keeping Chef Big Bang on my toes. Y'all be telling me if I forget an ingredient. Y'all be telling me how to pronounce certain words. But yes, we are going to be cooking for the kiddos today. It is Miracle Mondays with Chef Ava, and we are going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and we're gonna put it in the grilled cheese maker, and we're gonna see what happens. um, Lisa said, "Thanks for sharing your time, and see you soon." Yes, I will. I'm gonna hop over to Ava's Playtime, cook for the kiddos, and if I have time, and if I'm feeling up to it, we're gonna be doing some salad prep tonight. Um, I say tonight, but for some of y'all, it might be past y'all bedtime. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Thank you to everyone that has stopped by. Much appreciated. You guys have got to try this recipe. Not only do I cook, I share the recipes with you guys, and I eat the recipe or eat the food. So you guys know that these recipes are Big Bang certified. Because I'm never going to give you guys a recipe that I do not try out and that I have not tasted. I will never give you a recipe. I will never tell you advice that's wrong. So all the food is Big Bang approved and Big Bang certified. Shout out to everyone for coming through. Shout out to the people for hitting the like button. And you know what I say. You are tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. And let me just check something really quick. Okay, you are tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. Thank you guys so much for sliding on by. And I will see you on the next one. Have a good afternoon, or good night, or good morning, depending on where you're watching from. I'm out.